It's Thursday, September 20th, and this is Drive Check, a Cardfight Vanguard podcast, brought to you by the generosity of our patrons, Wesley Welch and Nick Gidillini. A Microsoft Surface?
I do.
Is it the Surface Pro, a Surface Book, a Surface Book 2? Which one
Surface
is it?
Pro 3.
Surface Pro 3. So, but does that have a keyboard?
It does.
Oh.
It's got a type cover. A thin type cover. Oops. It's not bad.
So it's not really like a laptop keyboard. It's just like a very thin keyboard that the Surface snaps onto.
Yeah, essentially. But I have a keyboard elsewhere, like a USB
keyboard.
Yeah, like a wireless one.
Do you have a dock?
For the Surface?
Yes.
I do not have a dock for the Surface. No,
that's like getting fancy when you don't have to.
Yeah, it's also like $100, so I'll just buy a $10 dongle. So I'll just use that instead.
Most of the docks I buy cost about $185. But they're business class. You're not business class.
No, not yet.
You don't know what a quiff is, right? That's what we were saying?
Yes.
You have no idea what a quiff is.
I've not heard of a quiff, no.
I mean, you have. It's a hairstyle. Because we were talking about how you should cut your hair. And fundamentally, it's like a modern dry pompadour is one way to look at it. But it's sort of designated that you blow dry your hair forward, and then and your hair is usually much longer on top, and then you blow dry it forward, and then you brush it back. So it just has a lot of volume up in the front and it's not like in your face. It's up and away from your face.
I see that now.
Oh, did you look it up on the internet?
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures.
Yeah. But I mean, I think you could do a quiff.
I probably could, but I don't like to spend a lot of time on my hair. That's the only problem.
You did actually look good when you had long hair. I kind of miss the long hair.
I think I'm growing it out. I need to get it cut to grow out and kind of like train it in a way.
Nice. And with your new employer, are you allowed to grow a beard?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not shaving. Yeah. I'm not shaving until, well, I mean, I'm going to trim it, but normally I would be clean shaven to work at where I currently work. And I'm just going to not be clean shaven for the next 2 days because spite.
Because you don't care anymore.
And I don't care anymore. What are they going to do? Fire me?
Yeah. But you got to grow your beard out as long as mine.
It doesn't work like that. Have you seen my passport photo?
I don't recall. No.
It's I have a lot of beard under my chin, not a lot above the chin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you got like neck beard.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, so I can't do that anymore. Okay. Although it's funny because I took that passport picture and then the next day I shaved it all off. So
yeah, I'm starting to regret my beard decision. I don't know.
You yeared?
I'm not doing a yeared. That's not going to happen. Too gay for that. Like to get a date someday. I actually think I'm going to go to a professional to get it like shaped. Or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. There may still be hope, but this whole like mustache in my mouth thing all the time, that's getting a little.
Well, could you like trim up underneath it?
I'd like to have a professional do that first.
Okay, that's fair.
And then see how I would do it.
Right.
But there are no beards in Vanguard. There's not a single Vanguard card where there's a beard. Their artists just can't draw beards. as far as I understand.
I'm trying to think
Exactly.
of a card that has a beard.
You can't think of a single card that has a beard because they just don't understand how to draw beards, which is okay. I mean, you just have to work around your limitations. That's one of the secrets of life. My limitation, I've played tons of Magic the Gathering and no Vanguard in the past few weeks. I bought all those beautiful Grand Blues, and they don't even get to see the light of day or the dark of night either. They're just living in a box. But
you just don't have time to play a full game with me.
Well, no. When we play, you want to play Magic, so...
No, I mean, because Magic theoretically takes less time, and you would like to play Commander a little bit more than Vanguard right now, so...
No. I want to play Vanguard. I just don't want to play Vanguard against you because you also have Grand Blue, and I don't want to do a mirror match. I want to play against other things.
Yeah. Well, let me record the opening for the Leon trial deck, and then I'll use that.
There you go. I got to get a tripod so I can make YouTube videos also.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
maybe then this, I would open those Ophidian packs.
There we go. Yeah, after we record this, you and I need to talk.
Ugh.
Or maybe we do it Saturday. I don't know. But whatever. We need to move on.
Yeah. Well, tell me about your most recent Vanguard. I mean, we could talk about playing Commander and how you cheat.
How do I cheat?
Because you claim that your vampires have all these special skills and everything, and you're like, I'm going to arrest 5 vampires, and now your Gin of Wishes belongs to me. Ha 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 ha.
Well, it's a thing. It doesn't say once per turn. It's not a tap himself ability. It literally says tap 5, gain control of another, and I think it specifically says an opponent's creature, and it becomes a zombie as well. But yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, it lets me do the things. It's Edgar Markov is a bit mean. Apparently, it's not a deck that a lot of people like to play against.
Yeah, I agree with them.
Yeah.
But yeah. What Vanguard have you played?
I played Grand Blue at Shop Tourney. I did pretty well, honestly. I had really good games.
How many people were in the tourney?
Wait, we haven't talked about the ARG, have we?
No, because that was just this past weekend.
Yeah, dude, time is really weird for me right now. Okay, so literally last minute, like a week before the ARG was supposed to happen. By the way, for those of you who didn't know, there was supposed to be an ARG in the Dayton, Ohio area at the Dayton Convention Center. Apparently that fact did not get advertised, so the only day that I could show up was Saturday, which was premium. 11 people showed up to play premium.
Well, you're neglecting one very important factor. That it was also when Hurricane Florence was landing on the East Coast, and Dayton is more of an East Coast kind of place.
Well, I mean, one person who was escaping Florence, Mr. Jonathan Gall,
he is the one who convinced you to ditch work and actually go.
Yeah, and honestly, I regret that because that $60 would have been a bit better than the $60 I spent that day. But yeah, because out of 11 people, guess what place I got?
11?
11th.
In premium?
Yeah, in premium. Well, I mean, I was running a version of my
spicy night rose, weren't you?
Nah, I wish. I was running Mike the Shipwright and a build that I put together 10 minutes before the event started.
That's not a good idea.
No. However, I want to test what I have now, because I think I've made it more optimal. I've added more of the newer cards in. It theoretically should flow better, and I want to test it more. But I'll do that later. So I did that. Jonathan was playing Deep Police that basically just like to stack a bunch of criticals, and then just if you get basically if 2 of his attacks land and you don't heal, you lose.
Yeah,
essentially how that deck works.
So just FYI for our listeners, if you are paired up against Jonathan Gall at an ARG or a regional or whatever, most likely he's playing Dimension Police. So there's your little health tip of the week.
I think he only has Dimension Police.
I mean, I think I've seen him play other clans. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know, but the deck he was running was really cool. I watched him play it a few times. I had a lot of downtime. Although
after losing so quickly,
it did better than I thought it would do, which says something. Because I played my first round. I played against Bermuda Triangles, the one that Age Old used.
Yep.
And then second game I played against, I think it was a Royal Paladin. That one went a lot longer, and I held out. Basically, I decked myself out, and then we went into time. And I decked it. Whatever. I lost that one on my own accord. And then I had a bye, which was my only win for that entire weekend.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, well earned. And then I played. Oh shoot. I don't remember the last one. Just remember getting my butt kicked. And then I watched Shadow Paladin versus Bermuda Triangle. And you want to talk about a game of just like not necessarily stalling, but one that just takes absolutely forever. Ooh, it was rough. Oh wait, no, I played against Jonathan. That's right.
Oh,
yeah. He that game was over pretty quickly. Yeah.
So did Jonathan come in 10th place?
No, he came in 9th.
Ugh.
9th or I think it was 9th, yeah.
I better prepare some ghost pepper wings for him.
It was not a great event for him, unfortunately. But so then that happened. It was fun, I guess. And we walked down to a local B-dubs, I guess. I don't know.
Like a wings place is the way we call it, a wings place.
I don't know if they had wings, but I guess it was more like a bar, kind of like a pub sort of thing.
It was a bar. It wasn't a local B-dubs. Oh my good gracious.
Well, I mean, sports all around, sports TVs. Anyway, food is okay. Talked to the manager just because he came to our table, asked how we were doing. Turns out he used to play Magic back in the day, so we were talking about that.
Who
that was cool.
Didn't?
Right.
Except for me, because this is the first time I've ever played Magic.
It's a fun game. So that happened. I didn't do well there. So then Monday rolls around, and I played Standard Grand Blue, and I like the deck. I think it's missing some stuff because it is a little clunky. Yeah, I did.
They make it look so smooth on the TV, though.
Right? Yeah. Anyway,
Monday
I went
night,
2-2 there.
You came in first place?
No, I came in 6th, I think.
Oh,
I did pretty well.
Pepper wings for you, too.
Well, I mean, I did really well. I went 2-2, I think that was. So I'm proud of that. That's a huge step up from when I was piloting Novas. So I'm all for that.
Well,
so that
maybe
was
you just need more practice with the Grand Blue Standard.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be playing until AL4 comes out, and then I'll play Dark Regulars for a little bit, and then I'll always have my Baskirk.
Yep. And they're coming out. So what I've noticed is that they're kind of coming out with promos to boost clans as they go. Mm-hmm. So the promos have been good.
Yeah.
As opposed to the old promos, which weren't good.
They're collector items, essentially. Ugh. If that.
All right. I have not been keeping up with the cartoon. I've started running outside, and I've stopped using the elliptical at the gym. So that's usually where I was watching cartoons. So I'm behind on My Hero Academia and Cardfight Vanguard. So, but I think, what we'll do is like next week, we'll make sure that we're completely caught up, and then we'll just do a recap of what has happened so far in the life of Ren Suzuki.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
And we did have one errata.
Uh-oh.
From last week, and I can't. Was it? Who was it? Who wrote that one in?
I think it was Nick.
Was it Nick Gidillini?
Did
you know he's married? I just find that so hard to believe, but
he's married?
Yeah, all these people are married out here, and I'm just like, dude, you gotta chill.
Well, Canada, man.
Do you think that's what Canada does to people?
They make you get married?
Yes.
I think so.
All right. So this was from Nick Gidillini on Twitter, NickLol2.
Okay.
And he said, got something for your errata section next week. Listening to the latest podcast today, and you guys got this man's name very wrong. And it's a picture of one of the Neonectars, which we
Craig.
thought... What did we think his name was? Like something like Verdant Knight or something like. He's definitely not a musketeer.
Like no, looks like it, but he's not.
But his actual name is Coca-Cola Knight Craig. So, grade 1, 10,000 shield, 7,000 base power. I can't read the skill because it's in Japanese on the little picture there.
It's like when he's in the rear guard. You give two units. I think it's plant token specifically in the same row as him, 5,000. So they become 10K.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he's a good card.
Is it Knight of Collective Prosperity, Craig?
Yeah, I think so.
It is. All of your plant tokens in the same row as this unit get power plus 5,000. Except it's not Knight of Collective Prosperity, Craig. It's Coca-Cola Knight, Craig. So, remember that for the next time.
Yeah.
All right, that's our errata for the week.
Okay.
And I'm looking at quiffs because I had a web page open of all kinds of quiffs. All right, you can talk about the first card because I want to talk about the second card. These are the news cards that have been revealed since the last time we talked about new cards that have been revealed.
Yes. So the first one is Crimson Impact Metatron.
Do you know what Metatron means?
It's a deck in Magic.
But do you know what the word means? Do you know where it comes from?
No. Besides it sounding like Megatron.
Okay, that's weird because things that I've heard it called, and now I'm seeing different definitions. There used to be a video game called Metatron.
Interesting.
Let me see.
It is an archangel in Judaism and known in Judaism as the recording angel or the chancellor of heaven. The name Metatron is not mentioned in the Hebrew Bible, nor
You're reading the short version.
It's an archangel.
So he's okay. So what I'm seeing here is that he's like he writes down everybody's sins and good things and everything. But in some movies and other representations, Metatron is represented as the voice of God because God cannot speak directly to people. So God speaks through Metatron.
Interesting.
There you go. What does this card, now that having nothing to do with anything, what does this card tell me about it?
She is a I don't know, new version of an old card.
There you go.
Grade 3, Angel Feather. If the, Angel Feather got a protect gift, 12,000 power, auto on the Vanguard Circle. When rode from a grade 3, cost is Counterblast 2. Call a card from your damage zone to Rearguard Circle, and this unit gets power plus 15,000 until end of turn.
Wait. Before you go on, when do you return a card to the damage circle?
How about I tell you the next skill?
Okay.
Act Vanguard Circle. Once per turn, costs. Put a card from your damage zone on the bottom of your deck and deal 1 damage to this unit. Perform a damage check.
Okay, let's go back to that first one because the second one's an activated skill, which means you can choose to do it or not. But this auto skill, when you counterblast 2, call a card from your damage zone, and this unit gets power plus 15k until end of turn. When do you return a card to the damage zone?
Only if you use the activated ability.
No, the answer, Cole, is this is I almost swore on my own podcast. This is a free heal. Counterblast 2, heal 1.
Yes, it
Period.
is. Mm-hmm.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, I know. I'm with you.
Counterblast 2, heal 1. This is a first. As far as I'm aware, this is a first.
It might be. I don't know. But, see, generally what you're going to do is you want to heal one of the cards you counterblasted.
Well, you want to heal a card that you... well, yeah.
You use a counterblast to flip face down the unit that you wanted to call, and then that happens. And then, its second one is even better, because then you can get rid of that other card that you countercharged, put it back into your deck, and then perform another damage check.
Which you potentially could get a trigger.
And you can put a trigger back, too.
Yeah. Oh, because it goes on the bottom of your deck.
Mm-hmm. This card is really good.
You know, since I've kind of decided I'm not playing Shadow Paladins, maybe I'll play Angel Feathers.
I think you should. I think you'd have a lot of fun with it.
Why do you think I'd have fun with Angel Feathers?
Just because it's a different playstyle than what you're used to.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Plus, I think I really like the idea of playing with the damage zone. So I might pick it up as well.
I like the idea of a Protect clan having a, not gonna swear, free heal. Counterblast 2, free heal.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Plus that 15k power, too. Ooh.
Yeah. I just...
That's good. All right. And then if you get another trigger, that's another 10k.
Yeah, 25.
It's a 37k.
It could be a crit trigger. Could be a draw trigger.
Oh, man.
It's an activated skill. No matter what you...
good.
Oh, wait, no. If you damage check, that's right. It's going to go to your damage zone. It's not going to go to your hand, but...
Yeah. So, again, the important thing is that it has to be rode on a grade 3. So you
rewrite the first skill, not for the activated skill.
Correct, yeah. Yep. So, there's that. And the card's really good. And it's only a triple rare, too. So, we still have the VR to look out for.
Wow.
I know.
All right. Here you go. I'm going to do the next one here. Exculpate the Blaster. We've been talking about this dude for a long time in podcast lengths of time. Grade 4, has a Force gift. Power is only 14k. This is important because Nouvelle Vague is 15k. Exculpate the Blaster is only 14k. Auto on the Vanguard Circle. Now listen carefully, folks. Pull up your chairs and open your ears. Auto on the Vanguard Circle. When placed, cost, counterblast 1. Choose one card from your soul. Put all of the other cards from your soul into the drop zone. And when this unit attacks during this turn, this unit battles all of your opponent's units in one attack. Second skill, auto on the Vanguard Circle. At the end of the battle that it attacked, put 2 cards from your hand into your soul, retire this unit, and ride a Blaster Blade from your soul as stand. If you could not ride, you lose. Uh-oh. So you either have to have a Blaster Blade in hand, or you have to have already had a Blaster Blade in soul.
Yep.
I'm a little bit X, a little bit Y on this card.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nouvelle Vague does all kinds of drama.
Right.
This card does one kind of drama. And it has an auto-lose condition.
Yeah.
Nouvelle Vague doesn't auto-lose. It just gets a -1 drive.
Right.
So why?
I really don't know. I think in the future, there will be more cards that kind of fit this, because this is an entirely different playstyle compared to the current Royal Paladins.
That's true. Well, except for the soul blasting. Soul blasting seems to be the norm.
Yes, however, it doesn't work with Soul Saver Dragon.
Well, no, because that would have soul blasted already.
Yeah, exactly. However, this also doesn't check. You have to have at least 2 cards in your soul for you to use his ability.
True.
You don't have to have 7 or whatever Soul Saver needs.
Well, actually interesting. Do you need to have 2 cards, or could you have 1 card and then soul blast nothing?
No.
It says put all of the other cards from your soul into the drop zone. If all the other cards in your soul is 0, that's not the cost, right? That's just part of the effect. So you do as much of the effect as possible.
Oh, you're right. However, unless you have a way to put Blaster Blade into your soul, you auto lose.
No, you could have Blaster Blade in your hand.
Oh, that's true, because you'll put it in.
You take 2 cards from your hand and put them in your soul first.
It's true. So basically, you would get rid of your grade 3, one of, I guess, really Alfred probably, or Soul Saver. Get rid of that. So, okay. All right. So I could see this working if Soul Saver didn't work and you have a Blaster Blade in your hand and somehow you're able to guard the next attack coming.
Yeah.
But you don't have any soul and you can't use Soul Saver anymore. But you can play Exculpate the Blaster.
So the other thing besides, okay, so we should explain to people what it means to battle all of your opponent's units in one attack. For one thing, that's a simultaneous attack on all units. So you don't get to pick a sequence. They have to guard everything all at once or not guard units. It's front row, it's back row, and it's the same power for every one, all units.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Wow.
It doesn't say front row units. It says all units. So most likely you're going to get a board. Ooh, here we go with the magic terms. You're going to get a board wipe here. I can't remember, so possibly someone's going to need to write in whether they can intercept with a grade 2. If that grade 2 is also being attacked at the time, I suspect the answer is no.
Yeah.
Because that card is being attacked.
Yep,
but
that's what I would say.
Let's get a judge to clarify on that one. But then the other thing to keep in mind, so you have that attack, you're probably going to wipe out their board unless they take damage and guard one of their rear guards for whatever reason or something like that. When Blaster Blade re-rides, it's riding as stand.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have 4 or more rear guards, which at this point in the game you probably should, Blaster Blade gets an additional crit.
Yep.
So most likely you've wiped out their hand and you have stacked a bunch of force gifts on the Vanguard circle because you want Exculpate the Blaster to have the highest power possible.
Mm-hmm.
Then Blaster Blade's going to ride on there, get all those force gifts, and have 2 crits, and they're going to have limited ability to guard those crits. So that's the way to think about that one.
So how many do you think you'd probably... let's talk about the next card first.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to Exculpate. So you want to cover it, or should I?
You can do it.
Okay, Sage of Salvation, Benon. Grade 2, Giant, because you know those sages. Power 10k, shield 5k. Auto on the rearguard circle. When placed, cost, reveal and exculpate the blaster from your hand. Return it to the deck. Search your deck for up to 1 Alfred early. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck.
So keep in mind, Alfred Early is the trial deck version of Alfred. not the King of Knights Alfred from the Q4 booster set.
Right.
And Alfred Early is the one that when you ride it, you pop a blaster blade out from the soul. Yes.
Yeah.
And the blaster blade gets plus 10k.
So this card, first off, why do you, just the fact that it wants Alfred Early contradicts with what Exculpate the Blaster wants to do. So like I don't even know if I would want to run Benin if I'm gonna have Exculpate.
Well, you're only putting Alfred Early in your hand, but
oh yeah, you could use it for Stride. Oh wait.
But you also, I mean, it's an opportunity for ride correction. So
that's true.
You know, you got to do what you got to do.
Sorry, keep going.
I'm going to say that maybe if they considered that if they made it King of Knights, that it would be too powerful. You know, that it would be just too good.
Possibly.
Let's see something here. Hold on. When placed, cost Counterblast 1, call up to one blaster blade from your hand or soul to rearguard circle, and it gets power plus 10k until end of turn. If you called, draw a card. So if you have a blaster blade in hand, or if you have, you don't have to take one out of soul, but you also don't have to do this at all. You don't have to counterblast. You also don't have to
use his ability too, yeah.
So you can ride Alfred Early, not counterblast, and then just be ready for Exculpate the Blaster, which you've now put back into your deck, so hopefully you'll be able to get it back.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Also, if, let's say, Exculpate didn't work, next turn you could ride Alfred Early, pull Blaster Blade out.
Oh, that's right, because if you survive, you don't lose, you're on grade 2 again.
Yeah, he goes back down to grade 2, so then you can ride grade 3 again. Grab your, 8th force marker.
And then you will have a Blaster Blade in Soul, so you can pop Counterblast 1, pop that out, it gets plus 10.
It's not going to happen, but...
I'm sure Daniel can make it work, but he's probably the only person in the entire world that can.
Right, so final thoughts on Exculpate?
I want to try. I mean, it's Royal Paladin. I have to do it.
Right.
So
I think it's worth trying. I don't think it'll be super competitive, at least not right now. But you never know. I mean,
this is the way I'm going to describe it.
Yeah.
This card was designed for my mom. There's going to be some set pattern that if you can memorize to do Exculpate the Blaster, that you'll have at least some opportunity to win. And that's what my mom needs. It's just, you don't think a lot. Get yourself into the right situation to do Exculpate, and then maybe you're going to win. If not, at least you tried real hard.
Yeah. And you got to grade 4.
Did I just call my mom a tryhard? Wow. All right, I'm going to do the next card.
Okay.
We're moving away from the Royal Paladins, folks. So if you're not edgelords, well, maybe you're circus freaks. Now, this is for Nick. This is for our buddy Nick, because he loves Pale Moon. He's a really good artist, but he just does freaky weird art, and I don't enjoy it. But Peak A Boo. This is a grade 2 normal unit. Pale Moon, power 9k, shield 5k. Listen close, kids. When put into your soul from the rearguard circle, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and put it into the soul. Hopefully they mean your opponent's soul. Yeah. If you chose a grade 2 or greater card, soul charge 1. So that's an interesting not retire kind of control mechanic.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
And it allows you to choose which card you soul charge. So if they have anything pesky on any of the rearguard circles, you can move that into the soul and see if they can get it out again. Although if it's a mirror match, that's not going to be too much fun.
Right. Yeah. Oh, we didn't even say that this card's a promo.
Oh.
It's part of the new batch of promos that we're going to talk about.
Oh, did I run out of time to get Tort as a promo?
I mean, I have one.
All right, when are you going to mail it to me?
It's packaged up in a top loader and everything. I just need to actually mail it.
Wow. I'll PayPal you the $5.
It won't be $5, don't worry.
I'll
probably mail it tomorrow with the others. So.
All right. Read me the next card.
Sharp Fang Witch Fodla. 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 Grade 2 Shadow Paladin. 8k power. Ooh, it's a grade 2 with 8k power. Look at that. In a Forest Clan. Wow. Shield 5k. Auto on the Vanguard Circle. Auto, Vanguard, and Rearguard Circle. One place. Counterblast 1. Search your deck for up to 2 trigger units. Call them to Rearguard Circle and shuffle your deck. So this doesn't have much to do with standard as far as I know, except I guess maybe you can sacrifice them or rest them or whatever Shadow Paladins do now. But in premium, this card is nuts.
Why?
You can call out your owls that give. I don't remember what they do, but they go back into the deck when they're done with it. So it's
they keep cycling.
Yeah, so I think that card's going to be a staple probably in premium. Luard, Shadow, Blaster, whatever combination deck that is.
Are you ready?
It's going to be messy. Yeah.
Howl Owl. No, this isn't right.
No.
That's not
That's
the
a
right
draw
one.
trigger.
It is a draw trigger.
It's
Yeah, but the old Howl Owl activated Rearguard Circle. Put this unit into your soul. Choose up to one of your units, and that unit gets power plus 3,000 until end of turn.
I mean, yeah, you could do that. There's another one.
There's another owl.
It's a stand trigger.
Nobody plays stand triggers anymore.
I can't remember its name.
Belial Owl.
Oh yes, yeah.
It's a crit trigger.
Oh, crit trigger. Sorry.
Oh, that's got a wall of text here. Generation Break 1, Ritual 3. At the end of your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Luard in its card name, you may put this card on the bottom of your deck. Auto, when this unit is retired from Rearguard Circle for the effect or cost of your card, if you have a Vanguard with Luard in its card name, draw a card. So it's a crit trigger that's a draw trigger.
Yeah.
You draw a card and it gets put back in the bottom of your deck so you don't lose any deck size.
It's really good. No, you're thin actually because you draw a card and then you just put a trigger back.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're just like, you don't get close to decking out because your deck stays the same size. Oh, Sharp Fang Witch Fodla.
Card's good.
All right.
Card is good.
Let's see. Imprisoned Fallen Angel Sirocale. Strangely enough, not an Angel Feather. This is a Dark Irregular. Grade 2, listen carefully. Power 12k.
Mm-hmm.
Shield. That does not look right, Cole.
Oh, no, it is. It's 5,000, sorry.
Yeah, shield 5,000. Continuous on the Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. When it would attack, it cannot attack without Soul Blast 1. So basically, you get that 12k base power on a grade 2, but you have to Soul Blast in order for it to attack. Interesting. Yep. For a Dark Irregular, that may be too high a price to pay.
I mean, not with most of the new stuff. Almost more than half of the new stuff lets you Soul Charge 1.
Or Soul Charge more than 1. You still want to have a lot of soul for those high-powered attacks later on.
Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely going to need some testing, but I think that card is really sweet. If anything, it's just a cool design.
You pick pictures by pictures, don't you?
No, I don't even remember what that card looks like. I honestly just picked it for the 12k power on a grade 2 that, you have to Soul Blast to attack. So,
it's a pink-haired waifu with purple wings, and her arms are like in chains.
Oh, I remember the chains now. Yeah.
Of course.
That's all I remember because I was like, "Ooh, that's cool. I like that." Anyway, Lark Pigeon. Lark, Pigeon. Grade 0, normal unit, Dark Zone, Pale Moon, Warbeast.
Warbeast?
Warbeast.
Okay.
Power 3,000, shield 15,000.
That's a lot of shield.
And that's not a lot of power. I think that's the lowest power that we have in V-Series right now.
Even compared to Commander Laurel?
Commander Laurel's 6K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Watch out. Oof. Auto, in the soul. At the end of your opponent's turn, if your hand has 2 or less cards, you may return this card to your hand.
So you got that shield just waiting for you in the soul.
Yep. So if you soul charge it for some reason, although I kind of wish it was at the beginning of your opponent's turn, because what am I going to do with it at the end?
Well, if you exhaust your hand guarding, Yeah,
I guess for next turn, because I'll be live.
If your opponent's going to play a heritage, then does their turn end before the second main phase?
No, they take another turn. I think is how that goes.
All right. Here's another one. Cornered Stealth Rogue Benny Gishi. Grade 1.
Yes.
Murakamo. Power 8K. Shields 10K. Auto on the rearguard circle. Listen carefully because it's another complicated one. When your opponent's Sentinel, perfect guard in quotes, is placed on the guard circle during the battle that your Vanguard attacked, cost, return a normal unit from your drop zone to your deck. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as your Vanguard, call it to rearguard circle, and shuffle your deck. So this doesn't require your Vanguard to be at any specific grade. So you can basically use this anytime you return a trigger. Oh, no, normal units only.
Yeah, normal unit.
Any normal unit you want from your drop zone, and you basically get to call out a duplicate of your Vanguard to the rearguard circle, so you get an additional attack.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Listen to this. It's when your opponent's Sentinel is placed on the guard circle during the battle that your Vanguard attacked. It's before you drive check. Yeah. So if you don't have rear guards, you're all of a sudden going to have a rear guard. So you can put those triggers onto your new rear guard.
Yep. And because Murakamo is in Excel clan, you could leave an Excel circle wide open.
It doesn't have to be an open rearguard circle, though.
That's true. Well, I guess you could. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on if you want to call something over or not. But there's an option where you can put it onto the Excel circle too. Yeah,
I mean it's any rearguard circle. So
yeah, so that is pretty dope.
All right.
I like that card a lot. I think it's gonna do some work for Murakamo, which is great.
Give me another one.
Sunlight Gardens Guide. Grade 2, normal unit. Neo Nectar. Power 10K. Shield 5K. Auto on the Vanguard / rearguard. 1 place. Call up to the same number of plant tokens as the number of plant tokens on your rearguard circle. Plant tokens are grade 0. Power 5,000. Critical 1 and have boost. So
so you didn't read the whole effect. You skipped part of it. When placed, call up to the same number of plant tokens as the number of plant tokens on your rearguard circle to open rearguard circle.
Oh, yeah, to open. Ooh, that's right.
So you have to have open rearguard circles for this dude to do anything.
So I think what's important for this one is it's also on the Vanguard circle. So it's easier early game to, let's say for some reason you were able to have 2 plant tokens out somehow. When you ride, I think it's a lady if I remember correctly, but when you ride this card, then you use their ability, then you get 2 more. So that's 2 whole rows that you get to attack with. I think that's the bigger. It's kind of like a grade 2 ride target. So I think that's where it really shines. However, even late game, if someone attacks. Or does Neo Nectar, you think? Because Neo Nectar used to have abilities where during the battle they would call cards from the deck.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so I mean, maybe you could do that and call however many on top of your rested ones. If if they already attacked, you can call them out.
Well, no, because these have to be open rearguard circles. But and it's on place. But if you have Coca-Cola Knight Craig behind your Vanguard and 2 plant tokens one on either side of him, I don't know how you're getting plant tokens out before grade 3, but we'll see. Then you can call 2 more plant tokens, and the 2 on either side of Craig each get an additional 5k, so then you've got 2 15k columns.
Yep.
And you can put trigger effects on plant tokens.
Yep, because they are units.
All right. Angel Feather. Medical Gunner Hermiere. That's a hard word to say, and
yes.
I don't know where it comes from. Power 8k, shield 5k, continuous on the rear guard circle or the guard circle. If you have 5 or more cards in your damage zone, this unit cannot be retired by your opponent's card abilities, sorry, Shadow Paladin, and gets power plus 10k, shield plus 5k. This unit can be chosen, so it doesn't have resist. A resist is a word that has not come up, has it?
Maybe there might be one card with it.
Nope. We have not seen resist.
Okay.
So can't be retired, but it can be chosen by other effects. So interesting.
Yeah.
So it just helps you if you're falling behind, you'll have something that can intercept.
Also, that's a magic number.
18?
18.
And 10. Well, cancels out 1 trigger.
Well, I mean, to attack, 18 is you have to use a 10k to guard a 13k base.
I also like how it says 5 or more cards in your damage zone.
Right.
Well, it's like if you're doing multi-person battle.
True. Oh, tag team.
I find hilarious when people describe when you're playing TCGs and somebody says, "Oh, this is a multiplayer format," and I'm like, "All trading card games are multiplayer format. Tell me one trading card game that is a single, well, except for the way you play, Cole, there's a single player game."
Age of Empires, the trading card game.
Oh, go away.
Can't be played single player. But no, multiplayer means more than two.
Yeah. Yes, but 2 players is multiplayers. Read me the next card before I gripe on.
Okay, this one I'm a little iffy on. Samurai Spirit. So he is a grade 1 Grand Blue Ghost. 8k power, 10k shield. Act from the drop zone. Cost Soul Blast 1 and retire one of your rear guards other than Samurai Spirit. Call this card to your rear guard circle and it gets power plus 4k until end of turn.
I mean, I like that. It's a 12k base power.
Mm-hmm.
If you have, are there any rear guards that would be rested for a skill?
No, but there's Dancing Cutlass. Because he calls himself out where he binds 1 and you drop calls himself out. So then it's basically just a 6k boost. So you can retire that and then call Samurai Spirit. So
this is a grade 1, so it has boost. So it's a 12k booster.
Mm-hmm. The only part that I don't like is the Soul Blast 1. Because
Soul for
Basskirk.
Oh.
That soul goes pretty quickly. There's not a lot of cards that get put into the soul.
Oh.
So that's my only. I'm like, I can see where this could be good, and it's also really cool to have Samurai Spirit. But I'm just, I would have to play it, and I probably wouldn't play more than 2. It actually might. I don't know.
What I don't like is that other clans got better promos.
Well, also a lot of clans got worse promos too. So I think it's okay. I think it needs testing before I make my final decision. But that Soul Blast 1 is pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, it's not Soul Blast 5 at least.
True.
All right. Battle Siren Paltinia, grade 1 from Aquaforce. Mermaid. Chose not to join the other mermaids. Power 8,000, shield 10,000. Auto on the rearguard circle once per turn. When your unit's attack hits a Vanguard, if it is the first or second battle of that turn, counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. So it's an on-hit, early attack, retire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds just about as good as Samurai Spirit there.
Yeah. But the fact that they have a way to retire stuff now is really good.
Well,
it's conditional.
1, they can retire. Counterblast 1 to retire 1 on hit.
Yeah. But it's an 8K grade 1, which is really good because you throw it on an Excel circle and it becomes an 18K, which is a magic number against Force Clans, which is what it struggles against.
You know, whatever. Read me the next card.
This one is nuts. Stealth Millipede from Mega Colony. 7,000 power, 10,000 power, shield. Continuous on the rearguard circle. If this unit is rest, all of your opponent's rearguards in the same column as this unit cannot stand. When
That's continuous, yeah.
That's continuous, yeah, sorry. And it's auto on the rearguard. When its attack or the attack it boosted hits, put this unit into your soul and countercharge 1. This effect is mandatory.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's okay. I get it. It's one of these ones where you're forcing your opponent to make a choice, and they don't want to choose either one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because
it's
they either take the attack and Stealth Millipede goes away.
But then you get a countercharge.
And then the Mega Colonies get to countercharge and soul charge, correct. Or you block the attack, Stealth Millipede stays out at rest, and you can't stand that column the next turn.
Well, you don't even have to attack with that, because there are cards in Mega Colony that rest your own units, right? But, so here's the thing, though. You can still attack the column that this unit is in as long as it doesn't boost. When its attack or the attack it boosted hits.
Uh-huh.
So you don't have to attack to get rid of that rested unit. Or you don't have to use him in an attack to get rid of that rested unit. You can use the card in front of it.
To get rid of what are you saying?
To attack a unit, like, sorry, I'm thinking rear guard. To attack a rear guard.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So it can attack any unit. Yes.
You don't.
It doesn't. It does not have to be a straight the column in front of it attack.
Well, I think we're looking at it wrong because if it's at rest, then your opponent's rearguards can't stand. So keep that rested, but have him in the back row so that the grade 2 or whatever unit in front of it can attack the unit that you're forcing to be rested.
Okay.
Because then he's not boosting. He's just in the same column.
Oh, yeah.
He's not a part of that attack.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a form of a lockdown, I guess.
Wait, how do you get Stealth Millipede to be rested without it boosting?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just another card.
Yeah, there are a lot of quite a few other cards. I can't think
to rest 2 of your cards. Okay, now we've gone full circle.
Yes, so card's really good. I think it'll really help Mega Colony.
Well, they need help.
They do. They're not bad though. That's the thing. They're just outclassed.
All right.
Honestly, I feel like all of the decks right now, none of them are bad. They're just all outclassed.
By Oracle Think Tank, best clan ever.
By a lot of clans, but yeah.
All right.
Okay.
do this one quickly because we've been taking too long talking about cards. We got other news to talk about.
Right. So the draw PGs for the EUR-MC, the Ultra Rare Miracle Collection, have been released. There's Halo Shield Mark, Maiden of Blossom Rain, and Battle Cupid No Seal, which a lot of people are upset about because they can't run this draw trigger in premium because they want the regular Perfect Guard, Battle Cupid No Seal, because it's a grade 1. So that it continues the ride chain.
Well, too bad.
I know, but like they were complaining and it was a big deal. And I think, just don't play the draw PG. Deck will still get there. Whatever. So that was the thing.
The other news announcement, and we're going to talk more about this when we have an opportunity to have Jack back on the podcast, because I think this is going to require more extensive discussion. But so they announced some teaser trailer footage at Tokyo Game Show, I believe is where it was.
Yes.
For Vanguard Zero, which is going to be the smartphone-based Vanguard game. Except it's not Vanguard.
Well, it's a watered-down, modified version of Vanguard.
It's an alternate universe version of Vanguard.
Yeah.
Let's read. You read one, I'll read one.
Okay, so there are no grade 0s in this game except for your starter.
No grade 0s except for starter. Grade 3s are also triggers.
Yes.
The whole world has gone topsy-turvy. We're in the upside down, and I didn't even like that program.
Oh, but you've seen it?
Yes.
Okay, anyway. This is over the original Vanguard and not the V series, which
what does that mean?
It's like the original television series before G, before Legion.
But what does that have to do with the gameplay? What is?
Because so there are 3 different modes. There's the story mode, kind of like a campaign where you're going through and you're fighting as you would in the anime. And then you have like a ranked mode where you're playing against other people online. And then you have kind of like essentially a free roam where I think they call it like My Shop or something like that, where you're walking around the shop and you're talking to like main characters like Kamui and Misaki and
they're
Aichi.
all in the V series. So
no, this uses only the original Vanguard cards, like from BT 01. I think we've seen up to 05 as well.
Except for the grade 0s, because there's none of those.
Exactly.
And all the grade 3s are triggers now.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the thing.
No guarding except perfect guards, which works slightly differently. How?
Yeah. I don't remember. Okay, so...
Well, we can talk about that more when Jack's around.
I know that you don't discard a card, but it just cancels an attack. I need to study that one a bit more because
we're gonna have to bone up on this.
Yeah, bone up. And you can't attack an opponent's Vanguard unless they have no grade 2 rear. Basically, if they don't have any other rear guards that could air quotes intercept, because intercept does not exist in this game either. Then you can't attack the Vanguard. So you got to get rid of the rear guards first.
When you take a damage, your Vanguard automatically gains 5k.
Yes.
So it's like you get a trigger automatically.
Yeah, and then you still would get a trigger check when you take damage too.
Yep.
So you could get 10k. And triggers go back to 5k. And they're heals, stands, draws, and crits. No fronts, because fronts are only in the B series.
Well, there's no imaginary gifts.
Also true.
All right. Tell me about these deck builds.
Deck building. It is 1 starter, 13 grade 1s, 13 grade 2s, and 13 grade 3s. And as of right now, it looks like all of your deck building is locked in at those numbers. Like there's no experimentation, but that might change because we were just shown like a working demo essentially.
Yeah.
So that could all change.
And it's coming out in December in Japan?
December in Japan, and I think it said January.
They said spring. No, they said spring 2019 for English.
Yeah.
So Different Fight came out with a video to explain what he understood about what had happened. The dude speaks Japanese, so he's got a little more luck at understanding any information that was given out to the Japanese people at Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
So you can watch that. His video is called What We Know About Card Fight Vanguard Zero. If you have access to YouTube, you enjoy Vanguard, and you're not subscribed to Different Fight,
what are you doing?
I don't understand. Please. Not that he needs more subscribers, but if you enjoy Vanguard, you should be subscribed to Different Fight. The dude is Vanguard YouTube.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's like the heart and soul of Vanguard Online.
Yes. And he's a pretty handsome guy. We should really get him on.
We really should.
Sometime.
Although he's doing his masters right now, so that might be difficult.
Whatever. It's Europe. They're so lax in their university system, so...
Yeah, sure.
But okay, yes, watch that video so you can get some background on Zero, and we will have more discussion of it when we have a fuller crew available to us.
You guys should send in your emails and your thoughts on Vanguard Zero as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, because once again we have a week with no emails, that I'm gonna turn a little evil. I'm going to turn into Workwill. And anybody who's ever worked with me, one of my fundamental tenets of my employment and having a job and working with people is nobody's paying me to be nice to other people. So I'm not. It's far easier to just be mean all day. If you are not contributing to our Patreon, the least you could do is send us an email. It costs you nothing but your time. So please write us an email and give us some things to read so we can interact with you wonderful listeners out there. Or give us money. And then don't worry about having to write an email. How is that called? Too mean?
No, I think that's fair. We just want to hear your thoughts about stuff.
Yes, we enjoy interacting with the listeners. And also, I think we're still on track for going to PAX Unplugged. I have not heard back yet whether our panel has been approved, but we did submit a panel for PAX Unplugged. So anybody East Coast within range of Philadelphia, you should start making plans to go to PAX Unplugged, because at the very least, I will be there. At the more than least, Cole and I will be there. At the even more than that, Cole and I will be giving a panel with some cool people there about trading card games. Not only about Vanguard, actually, secret, the panel is about more than just Vanguard. So...
Ooh.
drivecheckpodcast@gmail.com. If you're not writing checks, you need to be writing emails.
Do we tell them where to write the checks?
We have not yet.
Ooh.
Where do they write the checks, Cole?
http://
Wrong. Oh, wow. You need to get your glasses checked.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, did I forget the S?
Yes. S for secure.
Oh, right. Anyway, patreon.com/drivecheck.
Yes. Write your checks to patreon.com/drivecheck.
Because, I mean, if you look at it this way, you get 4 episodes of Drive Check a month for $1.
If you do we have a $4 level?
I don't know.
Oh, no. People can do $1.
You could do $1. Yeah.
But I'm going to do something else. Now I'm going to really throw down the gauntlet. This episode is going to come out on September 22nd. Although, having said those words, I've probably cursed myself, and it's probably not going to come out until the 23rd, because you all find that so entertaining. like to see one of you edit a podcast sometime. Everybody who is or has been a Patreon donator, by September 30th, 2018, we will send you some swag gift of some sort. That's it, period. Line in the sand. Write it down somewhere, Cole, so I don't forget. I'm an old man. I tend to be forgetful, but I have said it. If you are a patron at any level, patreon.com/drivecheck, by September 30th, even if it's just a one-time, we will mail you a swag of some kind. So you can be as cool as Wesley and Nick and do the Mizaki tier. You could go higher if you want. You could go lower if you want. Just get it done by September 30th. If you want to complain about me being too mean and demanding emails or checks, you can write to all of us at drive_check. Keep in mind that at minimum, Cole and I both use that Twitter account, so you can never tell who you're actually talking to. If you want to reach me directly to say how awesome it is and how cool it must be to work with me, it's at Wash in the Sink. And where can they send their pity to you, Cole?
Send all the pity to at drive_check.
No, we already said that. Wait, did you say Jack?
Yeah,
don't send all the love, to that dude. That he's living his best life. I'm so tired of his happiness.
That's true. Yeah, I'm at Cole_McCune. COLE_MCCUNE.
Wait, I've got one more for this week before you do the closing.
Okay.
If anybody wants to get a Snapchat streak with me, I'm really into the streaks. My Snapchat is William GU, WILLIAMGU. You will get pictures of my beard and me complaining about not wanting to go to work and me not wanting to get out of bed in the morning, and sometimes pictures of my cat. So that's William GU on Snapchat. All right, do it, Cole.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Drive Check Podcast. That light will change the world.
That light was lame. Is that Exculpate the Blaster?
Yeah, it is. It's such a lame card.
Oh, that's a lame flavor text.
That's the old flavor. Let me see if there's a new one.
Is the new flavor more spicy? Did they throw a little curry in there?
The little light I got that day in a brighter light is a brighter light. Sorry.
That doesn't even make any sense.
The little light I got that day is a brighter light. ... Exclamation point.
It still doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. The card's weird.
Why is it weird? And the old art is better than the new art again.
The
new art looks like Ezel.
Okay, I'll give you. It kind of looks like Ezel, yeah, but I don't know. The old one looks too flat.
I'm done with Vanguard.